Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Melissa and I'm really glad that you're here today. I have my iced coffee, which I haven't tried yet. Okay, it's good. I try not to do too much creamer, but man, if I get the ratio wrong, it's not great, but this is pretty good. Okay, I have that. I have my planner. I have my notebook. We're talking goals. So monthly goals. I'm so thrilled that I get to share this with you just because it feels very organic and natural. This is something that I really, really love doing already in just my normal, regular life. So it feels right to share that with you. I don't know. I like setting goals. I love a plan. I love action steps, like do this and then this will happen. I don't know. I like that. My favorite time, I remember like in college when you'd have the first week of class and you would just get the syllabi and I could go through my whole planner and just fill in the syllabus for each class, I loved that because I love a plan. And I think you either get it or you don't. Sorry if that's so weird for you, but I like a plan. But one of my favorite things, Chris and I, in our marriage, we started doing our monthly goals meetings together, and it's kind of really fun. We either go out for just a dessert or coffee, and we set our goals together. I won't be sharing all of these with you today because some of them are just, for him and I. I'm excited to get into it. I'm gonna I'll show you part of my notebook here and then I'll reveal the rest later. But I'm starting with December goals. So this was part of our financial goal, was just to keep track of expenses, especially in the month of December when we are shopping for multiple people for Christmas gifts. And then there's always just sneaky little stuff that I forget about. Like maybe someone that wasn't on our list of gifts that I forgot about and we need to get it. Or, I bought the gift but I forgot that I also needed to buy wrapping paper or a card or whatever. I just think it would be helpful for this month to make sure I keep track of everything and make sure I write it all down, make sure it's all accounted for. That's just kind of the goal. 12 vlogs. This is huge. The only reason that I'm saying 12 is because of Vlogmas. So make sure you subscribe if you want to stick around. I'm just so excited about the Christmas holiday and Vlogmas. I love watching other people's, and so it's kind of why not? It'll be fun. I'll share some of the fun little activities we have going on, but also just very real life because it'll be a lot of vlogs, which means I'm going to have to keep it simple, keep it short. And that's why it's a goal, because that's something I have not done that before in a month. 12 vlogs. So we'll see. You guys will obviously get to know if that one is accurate or not. And then the third one is follow my running plan. We have both of us, I guess Chris and I are both running a half marathon at the end of January down in Celebration, Florida. So yeah, I need to definitely be doing that. The farthest I've ever run so far was 8 miles. Actually, the day I'm filming this, tomorrow I'm supposed to run 9.5, so that'll be my new record, but it's still not a half marathon yet. So I definitely need to stick to my plan so that I can be ready and enjoy that trip and not be in pain. And then, okay, I said only planned treats. It's funny looking at this month's goals at least for my health versus other months. Definitely other months I've had a lot more. I've been a lot more strict, but like I said, I looked at the month calendar. I looked at the events we had going on. It's a very full month. I don't think it would be wise to try and really do a lot of stuff, especially restricting things. I just won't have the capacity to do that. So instead of failing all month long on my goals, I'm making different goals. So I know I'm going to have events where there will be, I consider it like a treat if it's food that's, it's not really healthy for me, but it's fun to eat. I'll have a lot of opportunities this month to eat those kinds of foods. And I decided that's fine. What's not okay, and why I wrote it down, is when I just like am eating my lunch on my break from work and I see those chocolate covered pretzels and I think, oh yeah, I'll have a little lunch dessert for no reason at all. That is what I'm trying to avoid. So that's why I wrote that down. If it's a planned treat, I'm going to live a little. I'm going to let myself, but I still want, I can get carried away very easily. That's why it's on the goals sheet, because I need some kind of like rein it in, Melissa. Don't go crazy. So that's my goal. Okay. And then this is kind of our marriage goal. We said 1 game or puzzle per week. We are going to be busy, but it's also cold, and I'm in Iowa, if I haven't said that yet. So it's cold. In fact, today we have like our first snow day, which is kind of fun, and also kind of like, oh yeah, reminds me of winter that's coming. Yes. Okay. So it's fun for us to be inside and just kind of like watch Christmas movies and watch TV and do that kind of thing. But it's a goal and like an intention that we want, where we don't just watch TV. We want to play games together or do a puzzle together. So at least 1 per week would be fun. And what I don't mean we have to finish the puzzle in a week, maybe, but I just mean like one night we decide to play a game or a puzzle. And then I said 3 books. So this is one of my lower months. We'll see what actually ends up happening, but I'm only saying 3 because of just how full the month is with other stuff. So 3 would be, I think, ambitious if I'm also trying to do 12 vlogs. So we'll see. Or maybe the vlogs are just me reading. Then I'd be able to get 2 of these knocked off right away. Okay, those are my goals for this month. And I am going to, I meant to do this before I started the video, but I'm going to use Canva and kind of make a tracker and actually keep track of these so that I can look back at them next month. And that will help me to kind of know if I am ready to challenge myself and make harder ones next month, or, maybe if I need to keep it the same. Okay, the next thing I did was I kind of thought about December and what I'm hoping to get out of December, which really, reality is I should have done this before I set my goals, because I think this would have like set the tone for the goals that I came up with. But like this month is not a big focus on being my healthiest self ever. That's probably going to come in January. Like that sounds like a great month to tackle that particular goal. December, I wrote that I wanted to be in the moment. It's like a month to celebrate. And then I definitely want to feel cozy. And it's a month with loved ones. So when I'm thinking about my month and the plans that I want to make, those are kind of the, intentions that I want to filter everything through. So I didn't make a lot of goals that are going to, I don't know. It's all going to be related to this, if that makes sense. In fact, if I have to compromise, like if I only read 1 book this month, I would be disappointed. But if I look at these kind of goals for like how I want to feel, if I spent time with my loved ones and that's why I didn't read, that's great. Or I'm trying to think. If I didn't get as many vlogs done, I will be a little disappointed. But if it's because I was in the moment with my loved ones and we were just feeling cozy and celebrating, and like if that happens, then the rest doesn't matter as much. I don't know. I like thinking about that so that I know what really matters and then what doesn't. So okay, and then the last thing I wanted to do was go through kind of just, I'm calling it current faves. I am terrible about picking a favorite. If you say, what's your favorite movie? I will not be able to tell you. Hold on, it's been a while. Okay. I don't like being put on the spot and having to pick one favorite. And usually it's like based on my mood, like who's my favorite singer. I don't know, it depends on what mood I'm in, that like what I want to listen to. So I'm just gonna do every month, say some current favorites that I have, and I just like sharing these kind of things. So we're gonna get into it. So currently, our favorite TV show is The Middle. So we're watching this, I think it's on Peacock is where we watch it. It's so stinking funny. I think it's so underrated too, and so relatable, like just the best show. So if you haven't watched it, you need to go check it out, The Middle. It's so like just heartwarming and like down to earth and so hilarious. Also, I would love to know the people that came up with like the set design and like the costumes, because the details that they put in and how they did it, it's genius. So anyway, we like that show. And then my current favorite podcast that I listen to is The Lazy Genius. Again, if you have not heard of this or listened to her, drop everything and go listen to her. She's changed my life. The whole idea is you can't do it all. And so she helps you to like be a genius about what does matter. I think I said that backwards. Hold on. To be lazy about things that don't matter so you can be a genius about things that do matter. So, and also the fact that what doesn't matter and what does matter to you is very personalized. It's different than what matters to anyone else. And that's great. Like that's how it can be. So I love that, especially during this like busy season, or maybe a season of comparison, or a season of feeling like you have to do everything. And, you know, it's so refreshing to just have a podcast where it's like, you don't have to do it all. But also it's not, it like doesn't praise giving up either. Or like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not like telling you don't try ever. It's like, no, find out what does matter to you and then give your energy to that. So anyway, she says it a lot better than I do. So yeah. Okay, my current favorite snack. I said apple and peanut butter. I just have one almost every night, and I put the little peanut butter in the bowl and I get that melting while I cut up the apple, and my dogs beg and beg and beg for the apple core because they love it. And I just thought, yep, that's kind of currently, that's what I'm eating a lot of, so I need to write it down. And then my favorite current book, I said the Red Rising series. I brought, let's see, I'm on the third one. I think it's called Morning Star. Oh, side note, this wasn't really on my list, but this is the large print because the library only had the large print available. I love reading a large print book. It's just so nice and easy, and like I feel like I'm flying through it. I don't know. I'm a big fan, and I don't think I need large print. Like I don't think that's why I like it, but oh well, if it is, it is. I like it. Okay. Oh, by the way, I will talk more about my books later. I like to do quarterly, like share all of my books with reviews and stuff like that. So I'll talk more about that later. Okay, my favorite activity right now is our Christmas movie list. So I should have brought that in, but Chris and I wrote every Christmas movie that we could think of that we wanted to watch this Christmas season, and we cut them up on little paper and put them into a Christmas mug, and it's sitting like right under our TV. So then if we don't have like a really strong opinion about which one we want to watch, we just pull it out, and then that's the one that we watch. And it's been really, really fun, especially for someone who struggles making decisions. So I highly recommend it, and it makes it kind of fun. There's like a little mystery, and then you get to pull it out, you know. So anyway, that's been great, and I really love it, and we're watching a ton of Christmas movies. Hopefully during Vlogmas, like we'll be able to share kind of more like what we're watching and our reviews. I want to get him involved with some of that too, so that'll be coming. And then my favorite product, I didn't know what to call this, but I'm sure at least once a month I have something that I'm like dying to share with you guys, and I just don't know how or when. And so here we go. I brought it in. It's the Infallible Blurfection powder, from L'Oreal. It says up to 24 hours, blurring and brightening, loose setting powder. And I don't know what all of that means, but I do put it on like under my eyes, and then after I do that, I kind of put it around my mouth too, for like where makeup might crease, and I love it. I had no idea I could love a product that much. I don't know, I just feel like it's a little bit of a miracle powder, so I'm a big fan. I don't remember, I feel like it was like 20 bucks, but I could be way wrong. But if it was, worth it. Best 20 bucks ever. And then I'm saying current favorite mindset. I don't know that I'll have like a new one of these every single month, but I just wanted to take this chance to just share my current favorite mindset. And I say do it wrong. And let me explain, because that's sort of silly. But in my mind, I have needed this sort of like mantra where I say do it wrong. So let me tell you what I mean. I actually, this year, 2025, I finally did a garden, and it's because of this mindset. And for years, I didn't have a garden, but I wanted one, and I would like wait, and then I would feel like, oh, everyone else is already ahead of me, like they started their gardens, I must be too late. So I'll just like, I guess I have to wait till next year. And then the next year would come, and I would feel like, oh, I don't know how, I haven't done the research. I can't decide like what kind of garden I should do. Where should I put the garden? What kind of material should I use? And I would dive into the research mode, which, to be fair, I like researching things. I do. I like putting in the work and doing the research. I enjoyed that, but sometimes I think I use it as a crutch, and I just stay frozen, not moving, not making a decision. And then for years, I wanted to do a garden, and I didn't, because I was researching and trying to do it the best way I possibly could, which meant no garden then for years. And finally this year, once again, like other people had probably already started their garden, and I thought, darn it, I'm too late. And I said I was gonna just do it and do it wrong. And I went ahead and just did it, knowing that I did not do the research, and knowing that I was not as prepared as I could be. And I learned so much more this year because I actually had one, and I was actually doing it, and I actually like got to see what I enjoyed and what I don't, and what works and what doesn't, because I was actually doing it. And I gave myself that permission to just do it wrong. And of course, I'm not talking about like sabotaging myself and doing things poorly on purpose, but just for me, with my little perfectionist tendencies, I gave myself permission to go ahead and just do it wrong, because that's the point. Then I can learn from it. And so I actually had that same mindset with this YouTube channel. I could have waited and researched and planned and done so much more work, and I just decided not to do that. And I just decided to just go ahead and do it. And I knew I was going to do it wrong, and I'm sure I have. And I know I've already learned things and like improved and gotten better. But to give myself that permission to just say, I'm just going to go ahead and do it wrong, because then I can learn from that, and then at least I'll be doing it. Like I just saw someone actually on Instagram, and their sort of mindset, or whatever you want to, like a motto, she called it choose and move. It was kind of the same thing. Like, don't get stuck in that decision research mode. Just make a decision and then go in that direction. Choose and move, which is probably a better way of saying it than mine, which is do it wrong. But oh well, either way, it works. It's like, don't fear doing it wrong. Go ahead and do it, because then you're at least doing it, and you have something to show for it, and you can learn from it, and you can grow through it. I don't know. For me, it's been so helpful to have that mindset. So, and I'm sure if you're sitting there thinking like, yeah, you have done it wrong, that's okay. That was kind of the point. I've enjoyed doing this, even though I know I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. That's so good for me to figure it out as I go. So that's what I'm doing. Probably I should say the same thing with this running thing. I just decided I'm just gonna go ahead and and do it. I'm just gonna run the half marathon. I signed up for it, and we're just gonna do it and probably do it wrong. That's okay. So, okay, thank you. I barely put a dent in my coffee. That's okay. But I'm excited. I love when a month starts on a Monday. So December is going to be really great. I just feel good about it. It starts on a Monday, so we can start fresh with the new week and new month, and we're going to get after it. So thanks for sticking around. I'd love to hear if you have goals of your own, or if you are a person who does, maybe you like a yearly goal, or like I know some people do like a word of the year. I'd love to know if that works for you, or if you are like me and you need to do monthly goals. But I'd love to hear from you, so make sure you stick around for Vlogmas, which is coming next month. So hit the subscribe button and make sure you stick around. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye.